Hi, welcome back to another episode of the Big DK Energy Podcast. My name is Danny Carenter, or the DK in the Big DK Energy. And across from me today is a player from my favorite football team, which is the UCF Knights. Go Knights, charge on. And hailing from Fredericksburg, Virginia, he is in grad school right now, pursuing what degree again?
IDS.
Interdisciplinary studies, right?
Right. And then my areas of study are project management and environmental sustainability.
Okay, then. So when he's not doing that, he is learning how to take heads off on the football field, or at least in the practice field, and then executing it on the football field. Playing defensive end since 2018, he is still just doing his thing and making offensive players wish they were never born. So, with that all being said and done, please help me introduce today's guest, Mr. Landon Woodson.
Okay.
Of course, we had to get the applause going. Anyway, Landon, welcome to the show.
How you doing?
I'm doing all right, man. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Real good.
Awesome. So you had football today, obviously?
Right. Yeah, I had football. I had lift this morning, 10:45-ish. Ended at like 12. Got lunch. And that's basically it. Like, we don't really do too much in the off season besides lift and run.
That sounds a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So, thanks again for joining us. And even though the off-season is kind of quiet, I'm pretty sure that you still have to live a very regimented life of some sort, I assume?
No, definitely. I mean, it's kind of the same setup as in season, but it's just a lot shorter, and we don't have meetings. We probably have one team meeting a week. That's just like to see how everything's going, and then
keep everybody fresh and whatnot.
Right, and then like the coach comes in and talks to us, because usually they're recruiting all off season.
Oh, so that makes sense.
Yeah, so like we don't really see them. We see our strength staff a lot.
Gotta get ready for the fall season.
Yeah, but I mean, besides that, we just lift in groups. We have team runs Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 a.m.
Well, it's a good thing that you guys have team runs and that the team doesn't have the runs. That would be completely different. Why is nobody in the gym this week? Sir, you should probably take a look at the cafeteria. Everybody has the runs. So, you're from Virginia, right?
Yeah, Fredericksburg.
Nice. I actually lived in Springfield for 3 years.
Yeah, I was born in Woodbridge, which is kind of close to Springfield, and Dumfries. Then I moved to Fredericksburg when I was around 4 or 5 and lived there ever since.
Nice. And so what made you decide to come to UCF? You hated shoveling your driveway when it snowed?
Nah, I still go home every Christmas and stuff to do the same thing.
Oh, great.
I mean, basically it was all with like recruiting mostly. I mean, Coach Burnham, he was here with the old staff. He's the one who really got me to come here because he was at Rutgers before and he was recruiting me from Rutgers. And then he gave me a call. It was on Christmas Eve, actually, of 2017. And he was like, we need a guy down here.
Sounds like an awesome present.
Yeah, no, really. And then, so, we kept in contact because I was really, really connected with him when he was at Rutgers also. But then when he moved down here, I had never even heard of Central Florida, to be honest.
Really?
Never.
I can understand that. Honestly, when I was applying for schools, it's like everyone was either wanting to go to FSU or UF, but I was like, I don't want to go to either, to be honest. But then, I didn't want to go to like USF. I mean, total offense to USF. Y'all suck. But then, UCF was like a good medium. And I'm like, okay, I can vibe with this place.
Yeah, no, I mean, the first time I ever saw UCF was, you remember the Mike Hughes against the big kick return against...
Of course, I remember screaming and losing my voice that day.
Yeah, so I was at home and it was like around October because I was on the way to a Halloween party. But I was on the way to some party, but I don't know if it was Halloween or Thanksgiving.
It was definitely fall, though.
Yeah, it was definitely then. And so I was on the way somewhere out, and my mom said, come here real quick. Like, me and her watched, like, the last minute of the game, like, the fumble and everything. And then the big kick return. I was like, oh, dang, like, they won, da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, okay, cool. And then I left. I didn't really, it didn't really, spark anything for me. And then... that was the first time I heard about them, or watched them, and heard about them. Mm-hmm. And then the next time was after Coach Burnham had texted me that he was coming here. Then I looked more into them. And then when you guys played Auburn at the...
Peach Bowl?
At the Peach Bowl, I wasn't watching. But he had texted
me. What the heck, man?
Coach Burnham had texted me. He was like, hey, man, you watching the game? I was like, yeah, of course. I ran downstairs to my mom. She was watching the game, and I think I got in at like halftime and watched the rest of the game. I was like, oh wow, these boys, like, they're kind of good.
Okay, exactly.
Yeah.
At least you actually watched the game and you didn't pull like a Jamarcus Russell.
No, yeah, I definitely watched the game, and me and my mom were talking. We were like, oh wow, they're really good. Da 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 da. And then probably later that week, I got a text from Coach Burnham asking to come down for a visit. Mm-hmm. So I came down here, like, close to the end of January. Came down here for an official visit. Loved it. I think I just loved it more because it was Florida, and back at home it was cold. And then here it was, like, your cold was, like...
50s.
Yeah.
If we're lucky.
Yeah, and, like, everybody was wearing, like, a jacket, this, that, and the third. And...
No parkas here.
Yeah, right. Nothing. I was like, if this is their cold, and my cold back home is, like, 32, freezing, snowing... then I think I can do this.
Yeah, I remember the snow days in Virginia. It was a good time. But what other offers did you get?
So I got my first offer in 11th grade from...
11th grade? Dang, they were recruiting hard, weren't they?
Yeah, well, it was from Howard University in D.C. I went up there with a couple of my teammates just for like a little visit, and they offered me. That was my first offer, which was kind of cool. Then after that, well, all right, so my recruiting wasn't the best because mostly through high school, I didn't really play football.
Really? When did you start?
Well, I started when I was, like, I played freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior, but...
Okay, got it.
I didn't play because of, I had injured my knee. Like, I had tore my ACL.
Eek.
And my MCL. I tore a lot in my knee. I tore my meniscus my freshman year of high school. And then I tore my ACL my sophomore year of high school. And then I had to go back and, like, reconstruct the ACL, like, at the end of my sophomore year. And then that means I missed...
Good amount of the season.
Yeah, well, I missed all of it.
Oh,
and then
okay,
I missed my sophomore and junior year. And then I only played my senior year of high school football.
Dang, and you still got a D1 offer.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew this one kid who played at a rival high school of mine, and he only started to learn how to play football his senior year, and yet he still got a scholarship to go play at Wisconsin. So I guess some things aren't impossible.
Yeah, no, anything's possible.
Anything's very possible. And plus, doesn't football run in your family too?
No, yeah, it definitely does.
And your dad played in the NFL, right?
Yeah, my dad played in the NFL in 89 through 91. I think something. It was a short little career, but, you know, he made it.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What teams did he play for?
Well, he only played for one. He only played for the Minnesota Vikings.
That's still pretty cool, though.
Yeah, no, that's definitely cool.
Minnesota Vikings were actually my first NFL game. I went to Minneapolis with a friend, and it was them versus the Saints on Sunday Night Football. They lost in, like, overtime, I think, but it was a good game.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Honestly, when I first met you and I heard Woodson and you told me your dad was in the NFL, I thought it was Charles Woodson.
Yeah, I get that mixed up a lot. Yeah, no, I actually have no relation with him.
Just imagine if you ever met him one day. It's just like, yo, we have the same name. Are you like an uncle? Well, if so, send me money. I'm just kidding. So for people who don't know about football, I mean, I do, but like other people don't. So what exactly does the defensive end do specifically? I
mean, basically what everybody else does on defense, hit the quarterback or the guy with the ball. But DN is basically like the edge of the defensive line. Mm-hmm. Like they're the two edges of the defensive line. I don't really expect y'all to know what like a 3-4 defense is or a 4-3 defense is.
I mean, what I know is that it's like, for example, 4-3 defenses, 4 linemen, 3 linebackers, right?
Yeah, basically.
Okay, got it. And then switched.
And then, yeah, kind of. So like, it's like 2 D tackles, 2 DNs.
Okay.
For the 4-3. And then one of the DNs like drops back to linebacker for the 3-4.
Okay, got it.
So I kind of play like that outside linebacker DN position.
So that must mean you've done some heavy hitting in your day.
Lots.
Nice. Did you play DN all your life or?
Nah, I mean, when I was younger, I played it all. Offense, defense, running back, quarterback.
What was your favorite?
I don't know. I mean, when you're younger, playing running back is always fun. Nobody really wants to play anything but running back, quarterback, or receiver.
Yeah.
Not really receiver, because you don't... Like, they only want to play running back and quarterback because you touch the ball every time.
Yeah, true, because, you know, if you're an uncoordinated kid, you're going to definitely miss it.
Yeah.
So, did you get your love of football from your dad?
I think so. I think I did. So I first started playing football when I was like 5 or 6 because I was at the YMCA. That's where I went after school when I was younger, to the YMCA, like in elementary school. And I'd only lived in like Fredericksburg for not too long, probably a year maybe. And one of my friends that were at the after school care program with me, his dad came up to me and was like, "Hey, do you play football?" I was like, "No." And he was like, "I'm gonna wait here until your parents come." So Me and him, like the kid, we were just playing or whatever. And my parents came. He went and talked to my parents and joined football.
Oh, nice. Was your mom against it? Because I know a bunch of mothers are against it because they feel like their kids are going to get, I don't know, CTE, for example.
No, my mom wasn't at all against it. She loved it. She loved that I was playing. She loved that I was doing something, like just like not running around the house.
Nice. And what did your dad think?
He wasn't the type to like force me to play football.
Got it. He wasn't like, son, you were meant to do this. I did it, so therefore you should.
Yeah, no, not at all. He wasn't. He was definitely not that type of dad. He definitely helped me become what I am today and where I am today. But if I were to say like I wanted to quit, he's like, okay, I hope you have a plan. Like you don't just quit. Like, say if I were to quit college, he doesn't care if I quit, but he just doesn't want me to quit for no reason.
Correct. Like, at least have some idea of where you're going.
Right. And, like, I mean, I'm playing football in college for free, and, like, it's a free education. So, like, if I were to quit, I need to know what I want to do.
Yeah. So then, Coach... What was his name again? Burnham.
Yeah.
But yeah, Coach Burnham. He got you to University of Central Florida, and then you came in 2018, correct?
Yeah, I actually came 2 days after I graduated high school.
Oh, really? That quickly?
Yeah. So, yeah, I came in June, I don't know, like 20-something. And then it was up and running from there.
Okay, got it. So, what was the first game you ever played?
So, my freshman year of college, I didn't play because I had troubles with my knee. So, I redshirted that freshman year. So, my redshirt freshman year, my first game was against FAMU. I was so scared. I was
Really? Scared?
Yeah, I was scared. I was really scared.
What was going on through your mind during that game?
Like, I'm actually playing football in college.
When you ran out that hallway and whatnot?
When I ran out from the tunnel and I seen everybody, like, screaming, yelling. It was a night game, so, like, they had, like, little flashlights on. Zombieland was all that. It was really crazy.
It was electric.
Yeah, it was.
Dang. And it's so cool that, like, even if some people don't make it to the league, it's like they still have that exhilaration of that.
Yeah, no, they definitely do. And it's something that you'll never forget.
FAMU, so that was definitely in the Hypel era, right?
Yeah, no, it was the year after the Fiesta Bowl.
Yeah. Did you like Hypel?
No, I definitely loved Hypel. I mean, he's the one who brought me here, so I always have love for him. And I still stay in contact with him.
Oh, you do?
Well, when I graduated, I texted my coaches that brought me to college, gave me my scholarship and everything. I texted them and it's like, hey, I just graduated with my undergrad, and I'd like to thank you for bringing me here, giving me my scholarship, and being able to play football at the next level, and also getting a degree.
Nice. And yet you're still playing, though, right?
Yeah, no. Yeah, I definitely am. I'm in my last season year.
How does it feel being in your last year?
It went by so fast. You know how everybody says, like, they'll fly by. They definitely did fly by. Because I can remember, like, the first day I got on campus, my official visit, all the, like, prelude to whatever happen next.
What are your plans after? Are you going to try to go for the league or at least show up for the pro day?
No, yeah, I'll definitely do that. I mean, if it's in my favor, definitely, I will take that chance and go to the league.
Nice.
Like, I mean, nothing is ever promised. Like, the league has always been, like, my second option.
Oh, really? What's your first?
My first option is becoming a project manager.
Oh, really? For what specifically?
I mean, really anything. More of, like, I want to create and design, like, communities.
Oh, interesting. Like, build an actual city, like, from the ground up kind of thing?
Later in life, but, like, reconstruct the community or, like, upgrade a community. Yeah, you could say, like, build and design a whole community.
You know what? I like where you're going with that. It's like maybe some low-income neighborhoods, just somehow upgrade them. Yeah, you're 6'6", so you could probably bump in everything.
I really wanted to do what my mom does. She works with engineering for the Navy.
Oh, that's cool. Is she in the Navy?
No, she wasn't in the Navy.
Got it.
She just like works for the company. So she like helps build and design naval ships.
That's pretty cool.
Like her company does, yeah. And like works with them. So that was something I really was interested in, but it's hard. Like,
yeah, exactly. I'm not great with geometry, so I knew that engineering was not for me.
Yeah, no, it's definitely hard. And I was always into like the architectural side of things, and I took a lot of urban and regional planning classes.
Interesting.
Like PAD, whatever numbers.
Got it. Never really heard of someone wanting to build a community. Like, I've heard of people wanting to build up, like, people communities. Actually, it's funny you mentioned that because there's a mentor of mine. His name is also Danny. And I remember that he told me that one of his far-fetched goals in life was that he wanted to start his own city. And I thought...
Utopia.
Yeah, exactly. You just buy a bunch of land and just claim, this is my city kind of thing?
Nah, I mean, probably in a movie.
Yeah, right. That'd be pretty cool.
No, I don't know, honestly, how that whole process works.
For real. Yeah, because it's just like, Atlanta started somehow, or, Miami started somehow, just a few buildings and people saying, okay, we're going to call this place Miami.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's more of like the reconstructions of cities and communities, just to better them for the community and the people that live in it.
Got it. So does UCF football give you opportunities to help out the communities?
Oh, yes.
So what are some of your favorites?
My favorites are the toy drives that we do every year for the Boys and Girls Club. Just recently, actually, we did it was a fundraiser for special needs.
Oh, really?
At the Boardwalk Bowling Alley.
Okay, nice.
On East Colonial, I think. What else do we do? We're helping like these kids like from the foster care, bring them toys. It's mostly during the holidays, but we try to do something like small for them.
Even that small act could be huge for someone like that, because
definitely,
I feel like they think that they're abandoned and whatnot, and so just showing that you care kind of just shows that you're human and that you have empathy.
Right. No, I love it too. And like the root really got me into it was I volunteered in high school, in the summer of high school, one of those years. I used to call it just the old folks house, but it's a nursing home. It's called Hartsfield, and that was probably the best summer of my life, just being there and helping around. And I don't know, I just liked it a lot. Like old people, I don't know if that's mean to say, but
I mean, there's worse things you can call them.
No, they have a lot of stories. That was probably the best part, was listening to their stories.
Got it.
From when they were kids my age or whatever.
Well, that's good, because it's not that I dislike old people, it's just that I don't think I could ever help them out, honestly. That's just not what I want to do, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's better people like you that, will take that responsibility. Not saying that that's what you want to do, but you can tolerate it. Me, not so much.
Yeah, well, I mean, what I really had to do, I didn't really help them. They say it's helping, but...
You didn't have to, wipe anyone's asses or anything?
No.
Yeah.
I just had to, it was more of,
administrative work kind of thing, files.
It was more of, I played with them.
Oh, okay.
I'd play, checkers with them, chess. So they had sections off for, amnesia. Yeah, they sectioned off like that. And... I mean, it was just fun to be with them. And then they had this one part of the day where the volunteers would go walk around to different people's rooms and just sit down and talk to them for 10, 15 minutes or whatever. And that was probably my favorite, because that's when I heard all the stories. And
what were some of your favorite stories?
So one of my favorite stories was this lady named Egna. She had this dog named Rambo that lived with her, and I used to walk it every day. And I spent most of my time with her because first off, she loved me, and then second of all, she was just nice to be around, and I loved playing with her dog and whatnot. But
actually, I think my late grandpa's dog's name was Rambo. Yeah, he had two. The other one's name, but yeah, one was named Rambo too.
Yeah, no, it was like a little scruffy dog, like a
Schnauzer or something like that.
It was hideous, it was ugly, but it was really nice. It was nice, yeah.
Well, that's good. What kind of stories did Edna tell you?
She mostly told me stories about her children growing up, because I only met them once, but she'd mostly tell me stories about her kids growing up and how they were just like me. Because I used to get in a little bit of trouble there at the old folks' home.
Really? What kind of trouble?
Take snacks and the gummies and
the
stuff, the gummies that they had walked around, we had to give them the chips and whatever. I'd eat them while I'm in there giving them, or I'd sit down with them and eat them while I was supposed to be handing. I don't know. It was just little
Okay, got it. No, I was thinking something major.
I was really conservative there. I didn't really do anything there. I was just stayed to myself, and then
or at least pulled some pranks. I was thinking. I forgot where I saw this, but it'd be really messed up if you went to a hospice dressed as the Grim Reaper.
Jesus.
Honestly, I can see you pranking some old people. Maybe the magic trick or something like that.
No, I definitely could too.
Actually, this reminds me, I used to work in a movie theater, and there was this 95-year-old Navy veteran. I forgot his name, but he would always say weird stuff like, "Hey, can you watch this stand? I gotta go bleed the lizard." Or I gotta go water the horse.
They have a whole bunch of weird term things that they say.
Yeah, the bee's knees, hootenanny, shindig. No, shindig's still a thing. Yeah, well, in some cases, you're not gonna hear some frat guy go, "Hey, do you want to go hit that shindig later?"
Yeah,
right?
No, you won't.
Nah, no way, fam. And this was in Virginia, this old folks home?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was literally like right down the street from my house.
Well, that's good. So, weird question, but did you ever get to like work with old people here with UCF football?
Not really.
It's mostly just the youth that you help out?
Yeah, it's mostly like the kids in the community.
Well, that's still good. I made it sound like it was a bad thing. I'm like, no, it's just different.
Yeah, no, it's definitely just different. Like, it's more of like, yeah, that's basically it, kids.
Okay, cool. Speaking of kids, do you ever help out with like football camps around here?
Yeah, no, so we have a camp last year. We usually do them like in the summers or whatever, like just like when we have time, because like right before like spring camp, or not spring camp, but fall camp, like we'll have camps. And a couple of the players will go out and like go with our position coach and do like drills or whatever.
Okay, got it. And like, do you ever go to like any local high schools and help out with like other youth football programs around here? Like,
personally, I haven't. Like, I haven't done that.
Got it.
But I heard of like a couple of other players that did. Well, me and my roommates, we went to this kid's flag football team practice. And we helped them out a little bit.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, it was cool. It was really fun because the kids, I don't know, they watch us play on TV and then they see us in person. It was like, wow, like
a little bit of stardom there.
Yeah, it was cool. It was definitely cool.
Y'all felt like you were the men. But who are your roommates?
My roommates are Jalen Robinson, Flash, and Zay Bowser.
Dang, so it's funny that two of the offensive powerhouses are with a defensive guy.
Nah, they're cool. I love them.
Are they like two of your closest friends on the team right now?
Yeah, I'd probably say so. I mean, I have a lot of really close friends on the team.
Who else are some of your closest friends?
I would say Adrian, Medley, Cheetos, Zay, of course. I don't really know, because I treat pretty much everybody the same. Like, I just feel like we're always together, so like it's never like awkward with anybody. And like whenever we're all out, like we all go out together, like everybody on the team. Not everybody, but like I don't know, I like them all basically.
Well, that's good. I guess it's kind of like your own fraternity in a way, because
yeah, definitely,
because y'all are always together, y'all are just hanging out, just 100 guys, but you know, we still know each other's names and like backstories and whatnot.
Yeah, no, it's definitely cool.
Nice. Sorry, I'm just recovering from a cold. Not COVID, I promise. Oh yeah, speaking of COVID, how did that affect your college career?
It sucked. So, when did COVID start?
2020? Yeah, 2020.
I remember we had 3 days of spring practice. Like, it was like the first day of pass that we had on, you know, everybody's excited, whatnot. Boom. COVID.
Oh no.
Like, it happened. We had a couple of days of practice, and I think we went on spring break. And then after spring break, they basically told us stay home. Or I came back.
I was about to say, I'm like, you went up to Virginia all that way?
Yeah, well, no, I went home for spring break, and then I had to come back. Like, we have to come back like that Sunday night or whatever. So we came back and we couldn't do it. That's when COVID like really hit hard, and like everybody was scared. Florida shut down for those couple of months or whatever. I was just here. I went home and I was here. I don't know. It was just, I hated it. I did hate it, but I also loved it. Because like, it was like, you didn't have to wake up and do anything.
And your body's like, wait a minute, you get to sleep in an hour and not have to worry about lifting.
Yes.
So what is the regimental lifestyle of the fall season?
Start to finish?
What does just your average schedule look like? Because I've seen a couple of my other friends who are football players, and I saw that their schedules were like check marked down to the minute kind of thing.
Basically.
It's like 6:10 to 6:20 take a dump, then 6:20 to 7:30, you know, film or something like that.
So I'll tell you our fall camp schedule, because that's the worst.
Well, you don't have to give us everything. We don't want other teams to find out.
Well, I mean, it's basically like all schools in the nation do the same thing.
Okay.
So it's like, so meetings at 6:30, offense, defense meetings, special teams meetings, team meeting, and then we'll have like transition. So that means like go get your pads on and stuff, and then practice. And then after practice, like lunch. Well, breakfast is somewhere in there.
Yeah.
There. So
I hope so.
In the middle of the day from like 1 to like 4, 12 to 4, it's like strictly school. So like tutoring, classes, like whatever you have, all our classes like in between those.
Oh, like as someone on scholarship, you get to choose your classes in between the little time slots so that you can build your schedule around football, essentially.
Yeah, basically. So like nobody on the team has classes in the morning.
Or like late at night.
Well, yeah. Well, we have the 6 to 8:50 class.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Those classes, but I mean like nothing's happening then.
That is true.
But all right, no, let me get back to it. So lunch and then school, and then we'll have meetings again, and then more meetings, And like in the fall, it's just crazy. Like summer, like fall camp is crazy. Like we're literally doing football related stuff from 6 a.m. to like 9 p.m.
And then it's like at home you have to sleep like...
Yeah, you have to go to sleep.
No, it's like you have to sleep the moment you walk in the door, because if you take any time less, that's like, oh no, that's 50 minutes off my sleeping schedule. I don't know if I can recover by 6.
Basically, it's fun though. Like it's definitely fun, but
it gets grueling sometimes.
Yeah.
It just becomes mundane. It's just like, bruh, I don't want to go squat for the social media guys so they can see me screaming. I did that yesterday without them.
You know, it's definitely loud. But like, I mean, as soon as you get home, you go right to sleep. Like you have no problem sleeping at all.
Oh, lucky. I'm an insomniac. All fun stuff. What was your favorite moment as a UCF football player?
My favorite moment was probably, like I said before, like my experience of running out the tunnel for the first time. Yeah, I think that's probably like the one thing that I'll never forget. Is just, I don't know, it's just because like I've never experienced like that type of audience to see a football game, especially one that I'm playing in.
I was about to say, like, did you ever go to like any Cavaliers or like Hokies games growing up?
Yeah, I did, but like it's different like when you're the one cheering for them and then they're all cheering for you.
I bet. Actually, my cousin went to Virginia Tech, and the last song that they played at her wedding was Enter Sandman, which is their run-out song for the football team.
Oh, they must be some diehard fans.
Oh, yeah, they definitely are. But, you know, we have Zombie Nation, so granted, that's like a very major, like, arena sports song, but, you know, that's ours as well.
Ours. I mean, we throw like a little UCF in there.
Oh, absolutely. In fact, when I was in Minnesota for that Vikings game, the Friday before, we were at a Golden Gophers game, and they were playing Illinois, I think. And so they played Zombie Nation, and so I put on my story that we were singing along, and we said UCF, and so I was kind of actually wearing a UCF shirt underneath, and so I kind of just lifted it up. At least I'm not rooting for USF, so, you know, I guess we're good in that regard. But then, speaking of going against big names, you played against the Gators in the Gasparilla Bowl. Mm-hmm. How did that feel?
It was good. It was good to show our talents because, you know, UCF never really got its respect over the years.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't even hear about it until a Thanksgiving game.
Yeah, see, I mean, we never, like, even while I was here, like, we never really got our props for being the good school that we are and, like, the good program that we are. And then playing Florida, that really, like, you know, solidified it that we're the best team in Florida.
Yeah, absolutely. And best part is my stepbrother went to UF, and so I wasn't going to rub in his face too much. I wanted to, but I was like, yeah, whatever.
I would have.
Apparently, we played 2 games against the Gators back in the day, but that was like, I don't know if it was in the Tebow era, but like apparently we lost those games. But then I'm like, yeah, but that was UCF when we were no name school. Now that we're a name school, we beat y'all.
Yeah.
And so what game would you say was your favorite to play, though? Because I know that you said that your favorite experience was running out of the tunnels, but what game was like your favorite that you were like, dang, I'm on fire today?
Oh, it was definitely my game against USF.
Which year?
The COVID year. I'll put it like that. So I think that was like the 2020 season.
Got it. Was that... No, never mind. That was the year before the bowl against Marshall.
No, that was the year of the Boca Bowl.
That's what it was, yes.
Against BYU.
That's what it was, yeah.
That was that year. Yeah, no, that was definitely my best game ever.
Well, thank you for destroying our rivals. And it's actually ironic, too, because my stepsister is actually going to USF, so both my step-siblings went to rival schools.
Yeah, no, they suck.
And all the Gator fans will be like, well, we have such a storied history. And then I'm like, that's great. I still don't care. I don't like you. Plain and simple. And then my biological sister went to some small liberal arts school in Sarasota called New College. I have no clue. It's got like 800 students, so if you didn't hear about it, you know, that's not your fault. You know what I mean? Well, Landon, thank you so much for sharing your story, and I can definitely tell you're having a great time because it's zooming by and we were actually at the last part of the show, which is the bonus question round. My favorite part of any Big DK Energy episode. It's 10 questions that are fun, but will not get you kicked off the team. So with that being said, are you ready, Mr. Woodson?
I'm ready.
All right, excellent. I actually took Landon's grad photos, and I remember that you're a fisherman. Tell me, question number 1, what does your ideal fishing day look like?
My ideal fishing day is by myself, of course. Either on a little John boat or off a pier, just chilling. Not too hot, though, because I hate when the sun's beating on me, but just chilling.
Are you drinking or just vibing?
Both.
Nice. And if you could have any catch that day, what would it be?
Bass or trout. They're the most fun to reel in.
Really? Why is that?
I don't know. They just pull some... Oh, and catfish.
And
catfish, yeah.
Have you ever noodling? I think that's what it's called.
No, that's not for me.
Okay. Yeah, those guys are insane.
Yeah, nah.
And like, I'm surprised that you still have hands and whatnot. It's not like that.
That's like when they like go in the water and like stick their hand in a hole or whatever and
pull it out by its gills from inside its mouth.
Nah. They have teeth too.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want all those cuts and whatnot. Anyway, number 2. If you could build your own city, where in the country would you break ground? Like, what state, for example?
Definitely on the East Coast. Probably like North Carolina.
More towards the coast or like more inwards?
Yeah. I'd say like Northwest.
Why that area in specific?
Because it's like, I don't know, close to Virginia. I love Virginia. But also like, I don't know, it's like, I just always loved North Carolina. It's close to home. It has seasons. That's the biggest thing about me. I love seasons. Summer, winter, fall, spring. I hate, no, I'm not going to say I hate Florida, but Florida just has
summer and just less summer.
Summer and hurricane season.
Precisely. Yeah, Florida's a different world.
It's a whole different country.
Right? It's just like when you drive and see how flat it is. I drove into Atlanta. If I drove like 1 foot further, I would have drove almost over a cliffside. And I was like, holy crap, I forgot there's elevation in other parts of the country.
Yeah, no, it's very flat here. Very. Like, in Virginia's so many mountains everywhere.
Yeah, actually, I was in Virginia for a wedding a couple years ago, and I didn't remember how steep the drive was to my old house, but I felt like my car was about to flip over. That's how much of the decline was. But anyway, number 3. What is your dream vacation and your itinerary?
So it would definitely be to leave the country somewhere. I've never been out the country, so...
Really?
Yeah, so that'd definitely be it. I would say probably the Bahamas, I guess. I don't know. I don't really know any other countries, if I'm being honest.
Got it. The Bahamas are a good time, especially Nassau.
I'd definitely go there. I don't even know what my itinerary would be. I definitely want to go somewhere and fish. That's what I definitely want to do.
Oh yeah, they probably have some great deep sea like fishing or something like that.
No, yeah, and I want to go deep sea fishing too. I've never been there either.
It's a good time.
Yeah, no, I don't know what my itinerary would be.
Little fishing, and Atlantis is also a good time. The hotel there, it's like got casinos and it's super nice.
I'm doing everything. Oh yeah, casinos definitely.
Sounds like a great vacation. Sounds like one that I need desperately. Number 4, if you could play catch with 3 of your favorite football players ever, who would they be?
Troy Polamalu, my dad.
Great answer.
Yeah, probably Hines Ward.
Yo, he's actually one of my favorite football players of all time too.
Yeah, I love the Steelers.
Well, that and also he's half Korean like me, so you know, that's cool. Number 5, you're making a concert for your favorite philanthropy. Who are the 5 headliners and what's the charity?
Red Cross.
Red Cross?
Yeah, I don't know, honestly. I really don't, because I don't want to have no like crazy like rap or nothing.
Why not? I mean, it's just a concert. It doesn't have to do anything. It's just the money that's being raised is going to the charity.
Okay, then that's even perfect. All right, so Pooh Shiesty, Polo G, Lil Durk, maybe Nardo Wick, you know, because he's on a little come up.
Okay.
And Future, he's always gonna do it.
Okay.
Oh, and Drake. Oh wait, no, that's 6. All right, no, Drake.
You know what? It'll be a Future featuring Drake set.
Okay, yeah.
There we go. Okay, honestly, I'm down for that. Wait. No, it wasn't Lil Durk that just died. Who was that? He's from Memphis. He died recently.
Oh, Young Dolph?
That's who it was.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad. Number 6. You're partying with your favorite rapper. What are y'all doing to hang out?
Partying, clubbing.
With?
Drake. No, yeah, Drake. Definitely Drake. Because he hangs out with all the superstars. Yeah, definitely Drake. Clubbing. Definitely.
You probably see how much of a lightweight he is.
His lifestyle, I feel like it's just different.
It's insane.
Yeah.
It's almost like it's a different dimension of reality. Number 7. Describe your dream house.
My dream house, definitely a house, and I wouldn't say in the middle of nowhere, but like just probably like my house and probably not another house for a little bit.
So you have some land.
Definitely, yeah, I need some land. Definitely a man cave. Somewhere up north so I can have a basement.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
That's right. You can't have those in Florida.
Yeah, so definitely somewhere up north. Probably like a southern style home. Because that's what I grew up with. And I love my house. Definitely big. With a pool. Columns in the front. I don't know. I want it all.
Okay. Number 8. The Boondocks have come back and they chose you to choose someone to be made fun of. Who do you pick?
Kevin Hart.
Let me guess, like Huey and Riley would just be like, hey sir, you look kind of old to be a kid. Man, what you talking about? That's not a full grown man. That's a kid with a goddamn beard. What are you talking about? He's obviously stunted in some kind of growth hormone. And then Kevin Hart's like, yo, I'm a man. You know what I mean? Just because I'm just as tall as you does not mean, and you know, that other.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
Yeah, but it would be funny if he was made fun of too.
Yeah, definitely.
Great.
Like him, like his little back and forth with The Rock. That was funny. Like back when they were doing Central Intelligence or whatever.
Yeah, it was something like that.
Yeah, no, that was hilarious.
I actually never seen that movie, but I've seen little clips of it, like, here and there, and I'm like, okay, I'll have to give this a shot eventually.
Cam Good, my friend, he, so, like, it was, like, when that movie first came out, and, like, Kevin Hart and Dwayne The Rock Johnson were, like, standing, like, side to side each other, but they were, like, making a video. He was, like, in the background. He's like, hey, like, get out my video, and he was, like...
Oh, wait, I remember that, actually, yeah.
Yeah, me and Cam did that same thing.
Nice. Number 9. If you could play for any NFL team, who would it be, and what QB would you want to sack?
I play for the Steelers. Tom Brady. Just because he's Tom Brady.
You'd find some way to go back in time and be like, yeah, dude, I'm going to sack you.
Oh, yeah, he did just retire, didn't he?
Yeah.
It'd still be Tom Brady.
Still be Tom Brady.
Yeah.
You'll find some, you'll be in the league and then you'll just see, hey, Tom Brady, bam. I don't know if that'd be considered assault, but, you at least get your sack in.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't know. It's just because he's Tom Brady and, like, he's just the GOAT and, like, untouchable, it seems like.
Yeah. Although, actually, I know someone who did sack him. He played at the University of Minnesota, and sure, the Giants aren't the best team, but somehow he got through the line and then sacked him. And then I think his agent got him, like, a bottle of, like, Don Julio or something next day saying, great job, champ.
Oh, yeah. Then if you sack Tom Brady, you need some type of celebration prize, something like that.
Right? I mean, it's like, that's a pretty big accomplishment.
Huge.
I wouldn't say, like, on par with the Super Bowl, but I would say it's, like, up there.
If you sacked him in the Super Bowl, oh, Lord.
Oh, God, yeah. And number 10, this is one that I ask all the guests, but regardless, there's a different answer always. And that is, what is your best, most recent accomplishment?
My best, most recent accomplishment is probably graduating. Because I graduated in December. And that was, I don't know. It was just like, I made it. Like, I graduated college. And, like, just on to the next step.
Nice. All right. Excellent question round, Mr. Woodson. Thank you again for your time. I know that as a football player, it's very regimented, so thank you for taking some time out.
Definitely. No, I'd love to be here.
Awesome. And so, from traveling very far from home and adjusting to the Florida lifestyle to eventually entertain all of us UCF students and alumni and, putting in the work to continuously improve and therefore take off more heads, those are the reasons that I think you, Landon Woodson, have big DK energy.
Thank you.
Of course, and so we're going to have you still participate in social media, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're going to put all of his social media in the description box below. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Just even leave a comment. Just tell me how your day is going, and I'd appreciate that. And so before we head out, is there anything you want to promote or say, Mr. Woodson?
Go Knights, charge on.
Yeah, I love it. Go Knights, charge on. All right. With that all being said and done, I'm Danny K, and I'm signing out.